Extractor PLC sacked 1,000 workers across 3 of its chrome mines in South Africa for going on illegal strike last week, bringing those operations to a standstill. The disputed mines near Steelport, northeast of Johannesburg in Limpopo province, owned by the world's 4th largest mining company, added to long-running friction in the mining industry that has caused production to slow, raising concerns about Africa's largest economy and sending the rand to fresh 4-year lows. Chromium is a raw material used to produce ferrochrome, a key ingredient used to make stainless steel. The strike, which started last Tuesday, was continuing. The supplies to customers were not yet affected. The workers have until Tuesday to appeal the dismissal. Now, Africa-focused Tullow Oil PLC took a step this week towards greater transparency and government payments. Anti-corruption legislators warned, releasing figures by country and by payment type for the first time. In its 2012 Corporate Responsibility Report, Africa's biggest independent international oil company published all the tax, royalty and other payments it has made to all governments around the world. According to Reuters news agency, the report goes further than some larger companies have with disclosure and offers a glimpse at the tens of billions of dollars pouring into the accounts of resource-rich African governments, where its disclosure level falls short of the demands of new legislation. Tullow's report included payments it made to 8 governments in sub-Saharan Africa and comes as the non-binding Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, to which its main producing country Ghana is a signatory, gathers momentum with countries and companies around the world. Tullow has interests in various African countries ranging from Kenya and Uganda on the eastern seaboard to Ghana on the Africa Western region. Now, climate change has emerged as one of the key policy challenges confronting Africa, with the potential to reverse the significant gains realized in poverty reduction. It risks significantly slowing economic growth and development on the continent, despite the fact that Africa contributes only about 3.8% of total greenhouse gas emissions. Recent studies find that decreasing water resources as a result of climate change are heavily affecting water levels of major rivers and lakes in Africa. In addition, it is estimated that climate change will result in increased frequency and severity of droughts, floods and other extreme weather events, negatively impacting sub-Saharan Africa. A biennial meeting of the Africa Economic Research Consortium in Arusha tackled this and other issues with a view to try and find ways for Africa to find lasting solutions.
The economic impact of climate change is particularly worrisome in the context of rain-fed agriculture in Africa. And we have a paper on this important subject as well, which also provides a menu of policy responses to adaptation and mitigation.
Here in Tanzania, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, 4th assessment report has found that Mount Kilimanjaro glaciers and snow cover have been retreating. That is 55% of glacier loss between 1962 and 1962 to 2000 has been noticed. Over the 20th century, the spatial extent of Mount Kilimanjaro's ice field has decreased by 80%.
Now, Kenyan flag carrier Kenya Airways has expanded the scope of its code-share agreement with fellow SkyTeam member China Southern Airlines as it works towards expanding its global presence. The initial agreement was signed in 2009 and provided a framework for partnership between Kenya Airways and China Southern Airlines that saw them market and sell one another's flights on the Nairobi-Dubai-Gwangju route. Under the expanded agreement, Kenya Airways will code-share on China Southern Airlines services from Bangkok to Wuhan, one of the busiest cities in central China that is an important center for trade, finance and transportation. As part of the expanded scope, Kenya Airways passengers will also get seamless access to Sydney, Melbourne and Perth through China Southern Airlines flights from Gwangju, China, providing another valuable benefit to its customers. In return, China Southern Airlines will code-share on Kenya Airways flights from Gwangju to Nairobi and onwards to Lagos, Johannesburg and Lusaka. The new arrangement takes effect from July. All right, let's take a look at those numbers for you now in early trade today. The Nigeria All Share Index so far in the red with 0.58%. The JSE All Share Index in the red as well with 2.12%. The Nairobi Securities Exchange so far in the green, 0.22%. And finally, the EGX this Monday in the red, 0.33%. So we'll see you at 1700 GMT. Plenty more for now. It's back to you.